These are Abel and Ariel. Today, they are a happy family. But it was not always like this. What you see today is the result of their faith.
In 2010, my parents let me come to college here, and I always felt so lonely that I started to have lots of relationships with guys to try and fill that void within me, because I was so far away from my family. I suffered abuse from this person that I used to live with.
I was basically, born in the church, and my mother got sick with cancer, and she ended up dying, while the whole family was still in church. And that kind of drove me away. Kind of felt like, God sort of betrayed me, and I felt like, why did this happen? And I left the church, started with drinking, going to parties, meeting different girls. And then it moved to marijuana, using weed and drinking at the same time. And then from there, it progressed to partying and, meeting different girls and, just hanging out with bad friends, that took me into deeper and like getting tattoos and everything.
I went to my cousin's house, and again with the boys over and over and over, but everything outside of the house, never inside of the house. Until eventually, one of the times, I met my husband, my now husband.
Things got worse from there, both financially and, emotionally. We were fighting a lot. We had no money for food. Sometimes we'd be going to parking lots, picking up pennies just for water and bread. And we got evicted from our house. We were basically living on the streets for a week or so. And it was very bad for us at that time.
I was sick. I had a bacteria in my stomach that the doctor said that was incurable, that I'd have to take medication for the rest of my life. And that medication wouldn't even cure it. It would just help me a little bit with the pain. It wouldn't even help me completely. So we fought a lot. I remember once in the bathroom, I really thought about committing suicide to a point, but I never did. I was always afraid. I was so unhappy there. I was missing my parents. They were fighting. I had no money. I was sick. Everything together in a ball. I was just so tired of it all. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I went to the bathroom and I sat on the floor and I just sunk my head into my knees, and I was like hugging my knees, like facing the sink, and I was like trying to scream, but I didn't want him to hear. But I was like begging God for help. Because I can't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore.
We came back to Brooklyn, just to visit a bit, and we passed in front of the church where we used to go, which was in 4th Avenue, Brooklyn.
And he was like, "Hey babe, look, this used to be my church." And I was like, "Oh, that's very nice." And he's like, "Oh, I think I see all my friends from back in the day in there." And I was, "Oh, go in, say hi." He's like, No. I'm like, go in. When he went in, what I heard, like that reception, "Oh my God, it's a bell." I heard youth, so much youth, and the happiness for seeing him, and that caught my attention so much.
It all started there. The funny thing is, my wife was the one who kept on dragging me back into church, even though she was not from the church. Started little by little, but my life and her life started changing. We did the right thing and got married little by little. After hearing, a couple of services, the words that the pastor gave, I decided to baptize myself, start a new life with God. I started coming to more services, started participating in the various groups that the church had. And my life totally started changing from there. The first change was in myself. I had a lot of anger within me. I felt angry with God, and that started going away with the anger. My financial life started changing because we had no money at the time when we came in. Now I work in accounting and I have a great job. My life, I don't have to worry about money anymore. My wife, the same.
Shortly after, I was blessed with a job, a really good job that also gave me health benefits. Then we moved to a better apartment, and then we got a car. And now we have a house. I got cured from my stomach. There's no trace of any bacteria. The doctor couldn't believe it.
And I don't no longer do drugs. I don't no longer get drunk or drink like that.
I also received the Holy Spirit on one of the youth events that the church was holding. After receiving the Holy Spirit, I wasn't as miserable. I wasn't a very nervous, explosive person. I used to explode a lot. Happiness and peace, and I'm just calm about everything. So much calmer. I used to be very explosive. We have such a happy relationship now. Such a blessed relationship. We have mutual respect for each other, and we both help each other out. We're like a team. It's not I'm me and he's him. And if you have God in your relationship, there's no way it can't be blessed.